Good. Welcome all to Glenda Court in the heart of Boronia. Yeah, we're obviously pretty excited to show you this property. We want to thank our vendors, Justin and Zena, for standing out in the rain where most of us are all in our warm lounge room. So thanks, guys. Really appreciate it. We'll try and move things along as quick as possible. We're pretty new to this too, obviously trying to do things differently at the moment to give the audience and obviously buyers as much chance to see the property as best we can. Throughout the tour, feel free to call out any questions you've got or type in the chat box if you want us to open up any cupboards. At the moment, you can see the vendors are obviously panning around their beautiful court. You've got some quality homes situated next to them on either side. There's only 4 in the street, I believe, as well, which is fantastic. So, yeah, with that being said, so obviously Marianne and myself, you would have been in contact with throughout the last couple of days. I'm not going to lie, we've been inundated with, in excess of 20 inquiries over the last 48 hours since it's gone on. So we don't expect this one to last too long. So if I get yourselves, Justin, just to start walking, up towards the house, and we'll start the tour. Very good. So obviously been well maintained. The vendors have owned the property for in excess of 18 years now. Anytime there's been any issues with the property, they've obviously fixed it when need be. Beautiful gardens there. Really is a cute character, obviously weatherboard home. There's certainly been plenty of updates to the property that you won't be able to see, obviously, from the naked eye, but the stumps have been done. All the rewiring, everything's been replumbed about 12 years ago. New roof's been put on as well, which is fantastic. Just a bit of a side note as well, for anyone who's got concerns about the building in any shape or form, we have got our own independent builder and building inspector going out on Monday to do the property, so that will be available probably from Tuesday. You're more than welcome to grab that office if you like, so you can obviously buy with confidence. So continue with the tour. So do you want to start at the front door, guys, if that's okay? We'll start from the front, then we'll work our way back, if that's all right. So you've obviously got plenty of off-street parking, as you can see. The boards are in fantastic condition. Hasn't been painted too long ago. Beautiful decking as we walk up the stairs. Nice little spot to read the paper or go on your Facebook and Instagram and just check out the day. Beautiful. Hear the birds chirping. Very nice. As we go in, you're greeted obviously by some beautiful hardwood, natural Tassie oak timber floors. That's your main living room. If we just pan to the right a little bit, if that's okay. Yeah, beautiful. So obviously TVs, that's obviously you can set it up wherever you like, but the way the vendors have got it set up, obviously they've now moved on from the property, but yeah, the way it's set up at the moment, so your front lounge, and you've got the meals area. If you just keep panning towards the left, guys. Beautiful. It's the meals area, which flows onto the updated kitchen.
Shut the door.
Very nice. We can just have a wander through to the kitchen, please, Zena. Once again, if anyone's got any questions, we're going too fast or you can't hear us, just yell out. We're here to try and make it as easy for you guys to see what you're obviously going to be hopefully buying, of course. Laminate benches, all been updated, so it's in really good condition. Stainless steel appliances. Very good. Dishwasher, of course. Nice views out to nature. Good little fridge space and more cupboards, obviously, for the pantry and whatnot. Can we open up a few cupboards, if that's okay, Zena? That's all right. Beautiful.
Messy.
That's all right. That's not messy.
We've got a question from Andrew as well, who's asked how is the water pressure from the taps?
How is the water pressure? Excellent. Because all
Turn it on.
the galvanised water piping was replaced 10 years ago, so it's copper from the mains all the way up to the house, and the water pressure is excellent. Actually, the next door neighbour commented the other day how good the water pressure here was compared to his. So yeah, it's very good.
Thank you.
Very good. Decent sized fridge gap there, and obviously pantry. Gotta love wheat beaks. Very good. Overhead cupboards. Gas cooktop, of course. Very good. So size, as you can see, sizable living room, obviously kitchen. Sorry, flowing onto your meals, so you could easily get a 6 or 8 seater, table in there, and obviously your lounge room. Fantastic. That's obviously built in, but that can go, of course, if you don't want that cabinet sitting there. Split system unit. So just a few features about the property. Obviously, we've got ducted heating throughout. We've got the main split system unit, which you can see in the living room there. So on your hot days, obviously coming into summer and obviously spring now, which is fantastic. We've got fans in all the bedrooms. So now walking down, obviously the controllers are there. Fantastic. So we've got beautiful timber floors, the originals flowing out throughout the whole property. Bedroom 1 with the fans going. Very good.
We've just got a question from Lachlan, who's asked what year was the house built? I think it's
in the 50s, so we'd say approximately 60 years old. These current owners have owned it for 18 to 20 years. Is that correct, Justin? Approximately?
Yeah, I think it'd be around 20, maybe a little bit more. It's the longest I've ever lived in any house in my entire life. But it's been a substantial part of my life. So, yeah, it'd be round about that.
Beautiful. So walking through the hallway, obviously fresh coat of paint. The house looks glowing. Looks fantastic with those beautiful boards. Very nice. There's a return air vent. Built-in wardrobes. Good sizable bedroom. Obviously, a queen bed. You can easily get your side tables either side of that as well. Obviously, ducted heating, as we mentioned, throughout the property. Very good. Walking back out, obviously now into the third room. All decent sizes, and if you jump online, all the dimensions obviously are on our floor plan, so it's pretty easy to work out sizes. They're all decent size. The older homes seem to be built a little bit larger than the new properties these days.
Are we able to go back and open up that wardrobe, please?
Say it again, please.
Are you able to open up the wardrobe in the previous room, please, the built-in robes?
Oh,
sorry.
I hate you.
That's all right. Could have been a lot worse.
It would have been a lot worse. Let me hang the space, yeah.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. A million people have just seen your wardrobe, but that's all right. Not quite.
We did like that too.
Bathroom's obviously been updated, which is fantastic. Good size. certainly livable, that's for sure. You could easily live in this property for the next 5 to 10 years and have to do nothing. But, you know, down the track, if you want to put your own little personal touches and taste on it, knock yourselves out. And, you know, it's a block on it at the moment. There's some ridiculously amazing bathrooms happening at the minute. So, but certainly the bathroom's in really good nick. And there's nothing you'd need to do to it. For the people out there that are looking potentially to rent the property out, there's certainly nothing you need to do. Speaking with our property managers, we reckon rental estimate around about $400 per week, if that's what you're looking to do. Such a big plot as well. I'll get you guys to go outside in a moment into the backyard, but we're sitting on 828 square metres of land, which is a lot bigger than your average sort of 700 square metre block in the area. Just flying back through to the kitchen at the moment. Have we got any other questions inside the property while we're still in here before we sort of go outside? It's a good opportunity as well. If you've got any questions of the owners, it's pretty rare, and you know, usually normally you don't get the chance to speak to the owners, but Justin and Zena are open to questions if you like, and got nothing to hide about the property. Just touching on that, guys, if I can just ask a couple of questions as we're walking outside. Everyone usually wants to ask, you know, the three questions we get in real estate are: what are the neighbours like? Why are they selling? And yeah, they're sort of the main questions we usually get from people. So can I just start with neighbours? Have you got neighbours from hell? Are they any good, or they play their music at midnight every night?
No, the neighbours are very good. We haven't had any problems with the neighbours at all since we've been here. But there's only 4 houses in the court, as I said earlier. So it's very quiet, and we sort of, you can almost say it's our own little community. Yeah, everyone's very good to deal with. Very good to deal with.
Fantastic.
So yeah,
and reason for selling, if you don't mind me prying too much, everyone always asks us the question. I know they all want to hope you're in trouble and you need to sell and whatever else, but obviously no, that's certainly not the case. But I know it's a reluctant sale for you guys. What's the main reason for you selling?
Well, we're only a couple of years off retirement, really. Anyway, we've got a little farm in central Victoria, not far from Castlemaine, and we're moving up there. And basically, it's all about a green change and a lifestyle change. So for us to go up there and live as comfortably as possible, we will require to move away from here and basically, move away completely. And unfortunately, like this morning, I was having little pangs about going. So so yeah, it's just the time's come. Really, to get up and move and go elsewhere. But yeah, it's the green change more than anything else.
Very good. Thanks, guys, for that. So obviously going into the backyard now, all nicely landscapes. Seems pretty low maintenance as well. Obviously, every now and again, get out there, do a bit of weeding and fresh mulch. But once it's a sizable block, 828, like I keep harping on it, but it's a big block. The boards look in immaculate condition. Once again, if you've got any concerns, we will be getting a building and pest done next week. We've got absolutely nothing to hide with the property. It's immaculate. As you walk up to the back shed / room / bungalow, whatever you want to call it.
You will see a section of fence there, rather flat, but that's been replaced on Monday. So 2-3 days time. It'll be completely different, so yeah, it'll be coming. So that's been.
Sorry, mate. Oh, you just broke up there. But can you just repeat that? I didn't quite get that.
The fence, part of the fence will be replaced on Monday.
Beautiful. Yep.
The fence will be replaced in another couple of days, so that'll be double.
Fantastic. Good size yard. If anyone's got kids or dogs to sort of run around in, plenty of room. The trees don't look too massive, so I don't think any issues if you wanted to sort of clip them back a little bit or anything like that. But yeah, it looks like a very, very nice garden. We can sort of pan back towards the house just to see the sheer size of the block, if that's all right. Very nice. slightly elevated, so it's certainly not a dead flat block, but it's not on the side of a cliff either. So I'd say, look, it's got a maybe a couple of metre fall from the front to the back of the property. So, but very, very gentle. Doesn't look like there's any retaining walls or anything like that throughout the block, so that'll show you that it's really not on too much of a slope.
We've just had a question of can we see inside the bungalow and does it have water and power?
Well, the bungalow is basically been used as a shed for the last 20 years since I've been here, which unfortunately has shown signs of some white ant in it, which has been gone for quite a long time. And I am in the middle of last minute replacing the sections which have been attached. Now, the house has been inspected about 10 years ago for white ants, and nothing was found. I do have a certificate which is currently up at Newstead, but if someone is concerned, I wouldn't have a problem with an inspection, or even get an inspection myself. The shed itself has power, has a GPO power point, but there's no overhead lights in there. It's got the old galvanised steel, galvanised tin roof, but it has been reclad. It's
Beautiful.
been part of the recent work on it. It could be returned into a bunk again. That would need a significant amount of work.
Very nice. Very good. Any other questions coming through? I wouldn't mind talking about the area a little bit as well. Obviously, Boronia, I don't know how local the buyers are, but really good location. You're very close to all the amenities, shops, station, or within a couple of kilometres. I don't know if anyone saw, but the Boronia is actually the home of the #1 of the top pie in Australia at the Country Cob Bakery on the corner of Dorset Road and Mountain Highway. I might pass over to Mez at the moment and talk a little bit about Boronia. She's actually a local girl who lives in the area. Mez, have you had a pie from that store before?
Yeah, I've had probably too many pies from there, and vanilla slices are really good. Like you said, you're really close to Boronia and the train station. You're about 2 k's, but you're only 1 k from Alchester Village and maybe 1.5 from the Basin Village. So they're just smaller, they're nice community sort of feeling places. You've got lots of schools around. You're opposite the Basins, well, not right opposite, but you're really close to the Basin Footy Club Oval. And you're in walking distance as well from the Liverpool Road Basin, which is where everyone goes to take their dogs for walks. So there's lots to do around there.
Where's the good cafes in the area, Mez? Where do you get a good coffee from?
The Dragonfly Cafe at the Basin Shops. Or
Very nice.
in Boronia.
Yeah. I don't mind Forage. Forage is very good.
There's really good kebabs at Alchester Village.
Very nice. We're just walking back down the side. There's no official car accommodation, if you like, but as you can see, there's a heap of off-street parking. There'd be nothing stopping you, obviously, subject to council approval if you build from a dwelling back, potentially putting up a carport or garage. Obviously, at your own. Obviously, you will need to get a permit, of course, but there's plenty of space, to park those cars. Very neat and tidy. It's a stunning house, and I think we're on the money. Like, we're very well priced. I mean, like I say, we've been inundated in the last 48 hours in excess of 20 plus. There's already people lining up to make offers on the home. So we just wanted to give everyone a real opportunity today to have a good look at the property, to give everyone the opportunity to ask any questions they may have, so they can hopefully buy with confidence. Is there any other questions we have out there? We're coming up to about 20 minutes. We like to sort of keep them short and sweet to keep people's attention sort of on the worst of attention spans. I'm done in about 5 minutes. But if you've got any other questions at all, guys, we're a complete open book. We've got nothing to hide. The house is in great nick. You'll see that as well when we get the building and pest report on Monday. There's not much more I can really say about it. Fantastic court location, 828 square metres. Low maintenance, obviously. There's not too much upkeep there with the gardens. It's a beautiful property. Any last words from yourselves, Justin or Zena? Mez, anything about the area?
Well, actually, one of the things I do love about it is walking out onto the back step, and you could possibly go back there again now, is that you get onto the back step and you look towards the backyard and it's just trees and green, and I can't see the back fence. And, it does give you a nice sense of solitude, I suppose you'd call it. So, the great thing about having a large size block is that you do get that privacy, and you do get that sense of, I don't know, satisfaction that being at work and coming home and just being here. It's got a lovely sense about it. So, and it's a simple, easy to look after house. Another thing I do like is the Burl cabinetry over there, which was fabricated by the next door neighbour, who's very well regarded cabinet maker. We did all the work, and all that cabinetry is Casey Oak as well too. That's the next door neighbour also built the cabinetry in the kitchen. And as you can well see, I regard his work as top quality, so I'm very happy.
Very nice. Very good. I just want to touch on the suburb as well for the people out there that don't know the suburb too well. So you've been operating in the area for probably 15 years now. Really, really good capital growth. I think it's important when you park your money in something. Obviously, probably there's a mixture of first home buyers, maybe people trying to get into the market and investors as well. I think it's important that there's plenty of capital growth there. Over the last 10 years, everything in Boronia has doubled. So there's no reason why I wouldn't see in the future going back over the past sort of 4 decades, everything's doubled. And in 10 years' time, I can't see any reason why, if it follows the same trend, you can't sort of double your money again. So I think it's a really good buy. The price I think is phenomenal. The vendors came to me and sort of said, where do we need to price it at to sort of move it sooner rather than later. I believe we're on the money. If you're looking at a block of land alone in the area, an 850 odd square metre block that's slightly elevated, if that's not going to go for 600,000 alone, I don't know what will. And you get in a 3-bedroom, updated home, which is in fantastic condition. And I'm pretty confident. I'd love to say we're going to see a sold sticker on the board, but we're not allowed to put boards up at the moment during COVID-19. But as soon as whoever buys it, when that day comes, I promise we will put a board up and you will be able to slap that sold sticker on and get your picture. So, just want to thank everyone for joining us on behalf of Mary and myself and the vendors here at 2 Glenda Court, Boronia. We'll be on the phone later today to take your phone calls, to have a chat about any of your questions that you may have. Section 32s are in, they're signed. We do have a couple of offers that are pending at the minute, so get your offers in, and we'd love to see this property sold and the next person to buy it and create some new memories in the property. Thanks, guys. If there's no more questions, we'll call it a day. Thank you.
Well, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Appreciate your help. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Thank you, guys.